Hello, and today I'm going to talk about something probably a little bit different than things I've talked about before, because we're not talking about anime today. We're actually going to be talking about music, because I am a big music fan. I have been for many, many years, and I have a band that over the past, I want to say year or so, I've come to really become a big fan of, particularly two of their albums. And that is the band Andrew Jackson Jihad, or now they go by AJJ. And the two albums that I personally have grown very fond of are their albums Knife Man and their album People Who Can Eat People Are the Luckiest People in the World, which also is one of my favorite album names of all time. And Knife Man also has one of my favorite album covers. But I'm not going to talk about their album covers, their names, or my history with the band or anything like that. I just want to talk about how this band, to me, represents the human experience in a way that is so personal, it's so visceral and real, more than any other band that I listen to. And sure, there are plenty of bands that commonly talk about the human experience and tell stories, real life stories. And those are a lot of bands that I listen to are like that and do represent these either very really or accurately, and some do it very absurdly or through metaphor and artistic vision. And I tend to be a big fan of kind of this visceral storytelling, whether it's through this more real aspect or through a more creative one, like you might see right there is Godspeed You Black Emperor, for example. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Andrew Jackson Jihad. And so, why does Andrew Jackson Jihad showcase the human experience so well? Or how do they do that? And it's really through the way that they talk about their experiences and the emotion they put behind it, and just the way they craft their songs. And now, I am not an expert on lyricism. I'm not an expert on music theory or songwriting. I am just a music fan. I'm not even a music fan that can talk at detail about all these things. But what I can say is that when I listen to Andrew Jackson Jihad, the feeling and emotion of what they are talking about really comes through to me. For example, you have a song Backpack off of Knife Man. And that song, I don't even know what it's about, because I'm not one that usually reads into lyrics very deeply. I think it is about some sort of drug addiction, someone that died from drug addiction, but I'm not sure. But what I know is that the imagery is very real. And so even though I don't know, and I haven't read super deeply into the lyrics to even know what the song's about, I can make assumptions, and I can project my own ideas into that, and then take the imagery there and blow it up and expand it, and just it hits in a spot. And there's the key line: your body felt just like a backpack. Just you're carrying this person, and I carried you west to the sea so I could wash you. And it's just the way that it's sung and told, and the emotion and power behind it is something that's just so powerful that I can't help but feel an attachment to it, and feel that it's so real, even though it's only being told in a song. And that's something that's really good. Also, lines from the same song, like, your blood was spilled on the couch where we first kissed. And just a line like that. And I guess I can do some sort of lyrical analysis. It's not too complex, but this person, the narrator of this song, has a history with the person who they are singing about. And clearly they had an accident, they died, they did something where their blood spilled. And so there's a history to them. We don't know how long, but there's a history to them. And even though it's not explicit in detail, it's showing that this person has a personal connection to this. This is a real experience. Whether or not it even is a real experience at all, it feels real and it has that viscerality to it. And that's something that I really like. You take another song off of Knife Man as well, like American Tune, which is just a comedic, satirical song about how privileged straight white men in America are, which I happen to be a white passing, male passing, and straight passing person in America, and so I kind of benefit from all those same privileges. But there is, I'm going to throw out a term here that's kind of controversial, there's a white guilt to it, right? There is I don't know what the experience of other people may be. And so you have a song written by someone similar to me, who is male passing, straight passing, white passing, that writes this song, or supposedly the narrator is a straight white male in America, as they sing in the song, who talks about all these things that he can get away with that people that are not straight, white, and male can't get away with. So I just things like I can get a girl pregnant and just as easily flee. I can walk down the street at night and nobody wants to rape me. All these different things that sure are not traits exclusive to the straight white male in America. They're not even things that are representative of all straight white men in America. But the reality is that as a straight passing, male passing, white passing person in America, I have these kind of thoughts as well, because I see things happening to people, and it's a lot of representation in the media, but it's also in circles that I talk to, and it happens to people that I know, where things that I don't have to worry about happen to people everywhere. And that is another thing that's really kind of real. And though this is kind of a funny song and a comedic song in the way it's told and the way it's performed, it's kind of upbeat and a little fun and funnier in its presentation, it's still a very serious topic. And it's relatable to me for, like I said, that kind of like that white male guilt kind of thing that I represent, that I think other people also listen to. And I've had people listen to that song and be, wait, are they serious? Are they actually grateful? It's like, no, clearly not. Clearly they are being satirical in it. And then a lot of people appreciate it as such. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, this is person's just addressing their experience as a straight white male in America, and they got all the luck they need. And so how do you take that? Yeah, you can pass it on to other people, pass on that luck, or just appreciate what you do have, or appreciate what other people might have to go through. And I'm not one to dwell on morality and dwell on how I can affect other people. I'm a pretty individualistic person. I'm a pretty selfish person. I like to think for myself often before I go think of other people. But it doesn't mean I still don't have some of these feelings that are heavily represented in this song. And that is something that really kind of touches me in an important way. And it also just kind of showcases the imagery of this American human experience. And that goes throughout the whole album. And then, along with the album of Knife Man, there's just the Michael Jordan of drunk driving played his final game tonight. And burdened by his loneliness, he wanted to feel all right. His bravery built the pyramids, and his solitude was a knife. The Michael Jordan of drunk driving played his final game tonight. Which is the way that album kicks off and leads right into American Tune. And another comedic song, metaphoric song. It is just somebody who was really good at drinking and driving died that night. Because if you're drinking and driving and you're not doing it anymore, chances are you're dead. That should be pretty clear. So even things like that, it's just this kind of viscerality but expressed through metaphor or even experience or through imagery that's just really visceral and real. And I keep coming back to the word visceral because that's how a lot of these lyrics feel to me. It's something that pierces me. It's something that hits me strongly and has tangibility to it that I latch onto and think of like, yeah, this is the way the world is. And that to me is really special. On top of Andrew Jackson Jihad just having a lot of character and charisma as a group, as well as just being very skilled artists and talented lyricists that just make really good music that makes them one of my favorite bands. And sadly, I don't own any of their records on vinyl, or else it would be displayed here. So I want to get it. If you want to buy me one, I'll take it. But they are one of my favorite bands right now. Knife Man is one of my favorite albums of all time. If I ever go over my favorite albums, do like a 3x3 analysis to perpetuate that meme from a month ago, I can go do that, and you will definitely hear me talk about Knife Man again, because that album is just something that right now is playing a major part in my life and the way I consume music and the way I appreciate lyricism and just the way I appreciate my own existence in the world I live in. And that is pretty awesome. I know I kind of talked in vague terms for most of this video for 11 minutes straight. I probably wasn't really coherent. I probably didn't go into as much detail as I wanted to, but as a little, we'll go past the music talk, because I'm kind of done talking about it. That's really all I had. There's a reason I didn't make this into big scripted edited videos, because I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't know how, and I didn't really think I could write it all out. It's just something I just had to ramble about for as long as I could. But to put that past, because we're done with that, I'm just going to give a quick update about this, a whole fucking month of making videos daily, AWFMOMVIA, as we're calling it. A AWFMOMVIA, or it's something like that. A whole fucking month of making, a whole fucking month of making daily videos in April. That is AWFMOMVIA. That is the name of this project, AWFMOMVIA. A whole fucking month of making daily videos in April, which is what I'm doing. And we already fucked up, or rather, I already fucked up, because I missed day 3. I was just swamped. Plus, I had like really bad just depression that day, and it shouldn't be an excuse for my life, and I don't want anybody else to worry about me, but that was a really tough day for me, and the prospect of making a video stressed me out way too much to go through with it. And by the time I was like, you know what, I should do this, I actually was too tired to get up and actually do it. So I apologize for that. I'm mad at myself more than anything for not going through with it, and it is actually becoming a lot bigger of a struggle than I thought. Not because I don't have the time to do it, because I do have the time to make these videos, but I don't have the time to develop ideas in a way to have them flushed out enough and then be able to make a video. Because I could prep. I can write scripts and then edit, but that takes a lot of time and usually takes more than a day or so to write a script and edit, like it happened with my Fooly Cooly video. But now I'm trying to push these videos out every day, and it's really hard to do all that work in one day, and especially because I'm working and I'm busy and I just have a lot of other shit going on in my life right now. It should clear up a little bit after this weekend. It should clear up, just because I'm a substitute teacher and my school district was on break and I still needed to work, and so I've been doing shitty jobs that last too long. And so hopefully the rest of this month after this weekend is going to be a lot better. But I'm going to hold myself to that. I'm not going to make an empty promise. That is going to be better, and you can hold me to it, because I'm not happy with the way it's going right now. I've made 2 videos that I am happy with, 2 videos that are like, whatever, this one included, and 1 day I missed. But we're hammering down. We gotta do better. That's it. I've been rambling way too long, keeping you here longer than you need to be. If you've made it this far, thanks, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace!